I think when people think about the sin that they're in that they can't seem to fight or win the battle with, I think we find ourselves too much engulfed, too much in belief of what we're doing, the belief of how much our identity is a part of the sin, and how you're trying to fight it. You're trying to push it away, you're trying to fight it, but we have to resist it. And part of that is knowing who you are in Jesus, who you are in God, and who He said you are. Because the only other identity that we can get if we don't get it from God is from the world. And the world wants us to be in sin. The world wants you to not know who you are, because when you know who you are, no one can turn you away from that. So if you can identify yourself in the sin, then that's who you are, and no one can turn you away from that until someone, and that is Jesus, tells you through your heart that that is not who you are. And the sin that you're struggling so hard with, we just need a different perspective. We just need to know that it's not a tricky thing. It's not something that we have to try so hard to battle with. It's something that we give to God, because God already saved our souls from that sin. Worse sin from my ancestors, even though all sin is equal. But what our human brain can conceptualize as worse sin, Jesus died for that sin. His body took that sin into death, and his spirit was renewed, and through that is a living example of how His word stays true, stays alive in us. Baptism, just even seeking God, is this somewhat similar example. It's a similar example, it's parallel, and can inspire us to open our minds to something different other than what we were told and what we have seen, and that is better than anything that we could possibly think of or ask for or wish for. In Jesus' name.